Super Bowl 60 is here, and I've got 4 of my best NFL props to give you guys. We're going to dive into the full stats, the analysis, everything you need to know to lock these plays in, and let's have a great fucking day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on the video. Let me know if you're going to be tailing these plays. Over the last 2 videos, we swept the first one going 4-0. And as I'm making this video right now, we are 3-0, waiting for the final pick to clear to see if we can cash both slips. So, again, another profitable day on our second video on YouTube. Now, let's get into the picks. All right, guys, before we dive into this, we've got two-leg parlays. One we're placing on Chalkboard, and the other is going to be on Parlay Play. So if you aren't on either of these apps yet, I highly encourage you to get on them because that's where the picks that I'm going to give out today are placed on. You can use code Voltage when you sign up on either one of those apps, and you're going to get a $100 deposit match on both of them. Parlay Play also gives you $5 free just for signing up to play with. So this is the perfect time to take advantage of these sportsbooks and DFS apps bonuses while they're there. If you don't want either one of the two I'm about to break down and place my picks on in this video, there's a whole list down in the description below. You can sign up to any of those and you're going to get an awesome sign-up bonus. So our first leg for the Chalkboard slip, we're looking at Drake May to go under 19.5 passing completions. He's cleared this 100% of his last 5 games. The closest game he got to actually was back in December of 25 against the Jets. He had 19 passing completions against a lousy Jets team. And he's been the definition of low volume, high efficiency quarterback lately. So you look at his recent performance, the trend toward the under is overwhelming. Over his last 5 games, he's failed to go over this a single time. So they're asking May to drop back 40 times a game, and they're asking him to make high percentage throws within a controlled environment against the Seattle defense that ranks number 1 in defensive DVOA and number 4 in quarterback pressure rate. So look for May to get sacked plenty and have a hard time getting completions to any of his receivers. We're looking at Cooper Kupp to go over 32.5 receiving yards. Hit this 60% of his last 5 games, going 3 out of the 5, and almost clearing it against the 49ers. He finished with 29, and the line was at 32.5. He is now a key weapon for the Seahawks. They go against a tough New England secondary that ranks 3rd in the league against opposing wide receivers. However, 32.5 yards feels significantly undervalued against given Kupp's consistent involvement in the offense. While the Patriots defense is elite at limiting explosive plays, Kupp's role as a high-level route runner allows him to find soft spots in zone coverage. He currently boasts a receiver error conversion ratio of 1.13, ranking 12th among all wide receivers, which indicate he is highly efficient at turning his targets into actual yardage. So even in a down game by his historical standards, Kupp's target share at 15% and his ability to gain yards after the catch at 18.31 per game makes 33 yards a super attainable. Now for our parlay play slip, we're looking at Ramondre Stevenson to go over 49.5 rushing yards. And what's really cool about parlay play is they boosted this line and we actually are getting him for 39.5 rushing yards instead. So they dropped 10 yards off of that, 3.5x on this slip. Easier ways that we can cash our slips. His rushing yards over his last 5 games, he's hit this 80% of the time. So if we're at 39.5, you can see here, we would have hit this 100% of the time over his last 5. He had 47. Last 10 games, he's at 60%. And even here, 40 yards, we would have cleared that as well because we got 39.5 through parlay play. Now, he's been the engine of the Patriots offense recently, and his hot hand status makes this over very appealing. Over his last 5 games, he's cleared this over 80% of the time. He's averaging almost 74 yards per game, so that is massive. Of our line at 39.5, we should have this cleared within the first half. This is signaling that the Patriots have increased his workload as the season has progressed. He's currently averaging 4.64 yards per carry, which ranks 30th among all running backs. The challenge here is that Seattle is the Seattle front 7. The Seahawks rank 1st in yards per carry allowed and 3rd in rushing yards allowed per game. This is a classic strength versus strength matchup. However, the Patriots' offense identity is rooted in the run game. They're ranking 6th in total carries Even against a stout defense, the sheer volume of touches Stevenson is expected to receive combined with his RACR and ability to break tackles, should push him past the 50-yard mark, and we only need him 39.5. Now for our fourth leg, we're looking at JSN to go over his receiving yards line. We were able to lock this in for 89.5 receiving yards. That's going to be our final leg. Lock that in on parlay play. I know over his last 5, he's only cleared this 40% of the time, but just at his last game, he had 153 yards. You know that Darnold's going to be looking for him in the Super Bowl to complete big catches down the field. He is our man. He's going to hit this no problem and crush this line. Over his last 10, he's hit this 60% of the time, so it does get better. And then head-to-head is perfect. He's crushed this 1 of 1 against New England with 117 yards. We only need 90 to cash this 3.5x slip. Alright guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment down below. Let me know if you're tailing these plays, and let's all have a great fucking Super Bowl.